Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Eileen Tesch, and I will be your host for this evening. Welcome to Relive International, and as we always say, don't just live, relive. Relive International has been around for 32 years. It is the leader in the food science and nutrition industry. It is located outside of St. Louis, Missouri in Chesterfield. And all the products are formulated there. That's the research and development as well, and they are all either patented or have been patented, backed by science, clinical studies. And we are the only epigenetic nutrition company in the U.S. Why Relive is different, and the key is the bioavailability, which simply means absorption, and synergy. The core nutrition alone has over 70 ingredients in it. You couldn't go to the store and possibly start looking at 70 different products or supplements and trying to mix them and match them and have them work in harmony. And that's really what synergy is all about. And it's optimal nutrition. It's no longer the recommended daily allowance or whatever is on the side of the cereal box. Our health, we can no longer be business as usual. We need to take our health to a whole new level, and that is why Relive is different. I had a gentleman who got started on the products about 10 years ago. He owned a big heating and cooling company. He was suffering from debilitating arthritis in his neck, his back, his arms, and he had been spending about $500 to $600 a month on supplements, all kind of glucosamine, chondroitin, anti-inflammatory products, and he was referred to me by somebody at his church, and he was just at the end of his rope. He didn't know what he was going to do, and he was on the verge of losing his business. So I obviously talked to him about Relive and got him started. When I did follow up after about 2 weeks, he was 90% pain-free. He just could not even believe it. He thought it was a fluke and that maybe the pain was going to come back. But I will tell you, it's been 10 years, and he's still on the products and orders them every month. But what was really an aha moment for me and him is that when the septic company came over to pump out his septic tank and they lifted the lid and stirred the solids, all these white pills were floating. And I'm like, what is that? And he said, I asked the guy, what is that? And he said, well, hey, man, you taking some kind of vitamins or medication? Because there's your money down the toilet. So that was just, he couldn't believe it. He said, no wonder it doesn't work. But with Relive, it absorbs its powder form, mixing with a little bit of liquid, goes into the body and into the cells within minutes so that the body can start working at the optimal level. And Relive is backed by science. On the left is Dr. Alfredo Galvez, who discovered the lunasin peptide. And on the right is Dr. Carl Hastings. He is rated one of the 10 top chief scientific officers in the United States. And we're just honored to be working with them. So real simple, I'm an attorney. I don't have any science background or nutrition background. So when they introduced lunasin back in for our 25th anniversary, I thought, oh no, I am never going to be able to share this. I don't even understand it, the genome, epigenetics, but just to keep it simple, they simply shared with us that through his discovery, Dr. Galvez's discovery of this peptide, which is a natural peptide, it comes from the beans, and it's in a lot of foods. The problem is that when we take it in, our digestive system breaks it down, so it doesn't get into the cells. And Dr. Galvez figured out a way where we could bring it to market and have the most potent bioactive form of lunasin, and it is amazing. Now thousands of studies have taken place showing the power of the lunasin peptide and epigenetics. This is core nutrition. We recommend that everybody start on the core nutrition just to help get the body balanced. I always say, if you're going to, I live out in the country and, lots of farms here. And so, if you're going to plant the fields, you're not just going to go out there and throw the seeds on it. No, you've got to till the soil, make sure it's got all the nutrients, make sure, it's balanced. And that's the purpose of the core nutrition. As I was talking about before, these products have over 70 ingredients. The adult formulas come in whey, and then the soy. Classic is plain, and now has a creamy vanilla flavor. And then the children's formula, very similar to the adult formula. It just doesn't have all the herbs that children do not need, but it has a very special ingredient to help their developing brains. So then we go on to the targeted solutions. Most people get their results just on the core nutrition, but we have the targeted solutions to help with digestive health, joint health, that's a double patented product, heart health, blood sugar, Glucofect. In fact, they had just launched Glucofect when my husband and I got started with the company 14 years ago. The Glucofect is the 24K. It is the all-natural answer to the energy drink. It improves focus, increases energy, reduces stress, and it has a delicious flavor, and it's healthy. Under that is the Energize for hydration. When it was formulated, it was rated best hydration drink in Runner's World magazine. But Dr. Hastings really created the Energize to be the taxi cab for the nutrition, for the core nutrition, to help it get into the cells. So it plumps up the cells. It's the whole idea of the wet sponge, dry sponge. The sponge has to be wet for absorption. And so same with the Energize. We don't realize, no matter how much water we're drinking, we don't realize that our body, that we are dehydrated and our cells are like shriveled up raisins and they're hard, and it's very difficult, if not impossible, to get the nutrients in. Soy Essentials for women's wellness, Provantage for performance and muscle recovery, and Reverse Age, one of the leading anti-aging products on the market. And here is the Defense, the latest in the new product development and for immune support. It's amazing when you think about it that Dr. Hastings and Dr. Galvez were working on this immune defense support 2 years ago, never imagining that we would be in just what we've been through in the last 3 to 4 months, and our immune system taking a beating like never before. If nothing else has come out of this pandemic, it's been a wake-up call that we need to take responsibility for our health, and we need to have the best products out there. And the Luna-Rich X, it is 200 times the potency each capsule, and we call it the supercharger for the nutrition, but people have had amazing results. My husband avoided knee replacement surgery, and he truly gives most of the credit to the Luna-Rich X capsules, as well as the Arthafect for joint health. And the Fit 3 program, Dr. Hastings said this is probably his best work yet. He has worked in the nutrition and weight loss industry for many years, and he put this program together because we know obesity and weight problems, especially after the last 3 or 4 months, is a big problem for our country and our world. And it's a community where everybody can work together and support one another. And you get free access to the exercise programs, the meal planning. So it's all inclusive, and people are having amazing results. And our newest line, one of our newest lines, is the CBD. And if you don't know a lot about CBD, it is the hottest thing out there because people are looking to get off their medication, to get relief from pain the natural way. And the CBD or the cannabinoid system is part of our human body. And I love what they say, the CBD formula re-excites our cannabinoid system so that we're able to operate better, the body's able to operate better and perform better. I took it this morning before I went to play golf, and somebody said, well, I thought it's supposed to, what's it supposed to do? And I said, I just feel more relaxed when I take it and more alert. But again, we're not scientists, we're not nutritionists. We're just here we have peace of mind that the people that are formulating these products and testing them, that we are the standard of excellence. So these are just 3 of our products, the Relive, the tinctures. You have either the full spectrum or you have the isolate that has absolutely no THC, and then the balm, over 1,000 milligrams of CBD. It is amazing, especially for pain relief. And this is the heart of Relive, the Relive Cologris Foundation. We feed over 40,000 children, mostly children, here in the U.S. and around the world every single day. And I always say that nobody makes a dime in this company unless they make a difference in someone's life. But it reaches so much farther than that, where we're able as distributors to help these feeding programs and to give people a chance. For some people, for children, this is all the nutrition that they will get on a daily basis. And yes, we have a lot more work to do, and that's our goal, to double and triple the number of people we feed. But we do it all in honor of Dr. Theodore Cologris, who created our flagship product and gave the founders, Bob and Sandy Montgomery, the patent at no charge. He just said, don't forget the children. And that is our goal. And especially the children here in the U.S. are suffering. I was a divorce attorney, and we'll talk more about that as well. So this is some of the results that the children, this is wrote in from Haiti, and what has happened to him just after a month on the Relive, and the nutrition, what it does for the skin, and we've seen results. My esthetician started using the Relive in her spa, in her practice, because of the results that she saw with my skin. But it changed this little baby's life. And here is Rosemary from the Philippines, and obviously malnourished. She was part of a recipient. She was one of the recipients of the feeding program, and just, amazing how the body can turn around once it gets the nutrition. And we're very, very proud and honored to be part of this foundation. And so with that, I just want to take a minute and invite a couple of my guests and friends on to share what's happened to them, because really that's the magic of Relive, is to have people that are taking the products, that have experienced life-changing results, and to share that with others and give them hope. So first I'd like to bring on Joni Schwartz and Tony Bazzullo. They are husband and wife, very, very dear friends of mine. And thank you both for sharing tonight. You do have to push *6.
Hi, Eileen. Can you hear me okay?
We can. Thank you, Joni.
Perfect. Well, thank you for inviting us to share on the call. It's an honor it's always an honor to share. I know we are both so grateful that Relive came into our life, and here's the reason why. Eileen, just as you know, just like you, I was an attorney, hated it. I left my law practice to follow my heart. I moved to New York. I started a fashion jewelry company, and for 10 years I was the top-selling jewelry vendor at Saks Fifth Avenue throughout the country. And after working 6 days, 7 days a week for 60, 70, 80 hours a week, on that 10th year, I woke up just totally fried. I woke up thinking I had a horrible flu. Everything in my body hurt. I was absolutely exhausted. I was running a fever, and I just thought it was the flu. But in 3 months' time, instead of getting better, I had deteriorated to the point where Tony was cutting up my food to feed me. On my worst days, I needed help showering. I lost my cognition. I couldn't remember anything, and I couldn't read anything that I read last night. I had no memory of the next day. It was actually really scary. We went from doctor to doctor, and it took 2 years to be diagnosed. And they thought it was MS or lupus, but it was actually fibromyalgia, a very severe case. Tried everything to get better, Eastern, Western medicine, nothing helped. And it was like one big domino. My immune system was shot, kept ending up, aside from excruciating pain, where couldn't even put a blanket on top of me because of the pain. I had constant lung problems, constant pneumonia, bronchitis, pneumonia, was on antibiotics every month or two for a decade. And my pancreas stopped on 2 occasions. I developed diabetes. I developed neuropathy. And I actually had no quality of life. On year 7, the doctors gave up on me. And on year 15, I was going to give up on myself. I had saved up a bottle of sleeping pills to end it all. And that's exactly when Relive came into our life. Didn't think it would possibly work, just did it to appease the people who had told me. But that first week, I came in a room dancing and twirling around Tony, saying, my gosh, I've got my life back. I feel unbelievable. 6 weeks, I had great energy, and my memory came back, and a sense of wellness, and my irritable bowel settled, and in 4 months' time, my whole world was back. And it's been 12 years now, and I am just so grateful. I'm going to turn this over to Tony to share his story and our business story, and here you go.
So, when that happens to you, you just, you're not quite the same, in many ways. And we just had to tell everybody about what had happened to us, and we did. Without deliberately starting a business really was born of itself. And just for sharing, in the first month, the company sent us a check for $250. The second month, it was $500, and the third and the fourth month, it was $2,000. So I realized it was time to kind of get deliberate at that point, because there's nothing out there like this, nothing at all. It's just phenomenal. So, fast forward to the present day, we now have business in over 10 different countries at any given time. One of those countries is Northern Ireland, and it's just very exciting what's happened there, because they have regular meetings. They meet on a weekly basis. They have various groups. There's been over $1 million worth of product actually sold and gone to help people in that area. And boy, do they need help over there, because there's a high incidence of all kinds of stuff, MS and cancer included. And so it's incredible, because it's the gift that keeps giving. You can help yourself, you can help others, and it's become our financial plan B, because I've been in the advertising profession for many years, and none of those jobs are paying me a pension. I have no idea what Social Security is going to look like when I retire. And the Relive checks, they just keep coming. All forms of income, our check has gone over $5,000. And we've been on trips. We've had bonuses. The last big bonus was $2,500. We've been to Paris. We've been to Northern Ireland. We've been to Haiti, to the feeding stations that Eileen was talking about, which was just incredible to see firsthand. So we would do this if Relive didn't pay us, because why wouldn't you? You can help others, and there's just such a great reward from that. But we'll take the check. Thank you very much, Relive.
Yes, and all the people, all the lives you've changed. I was there from the beginning when you walked into your first meeting. And I thought, oh, no, another lawyer, oh, my gosh. But those are other stories, and it's always been just a pleasure to work with you. The people that are...
Stop!
Pardon me?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I had mute.
Oh, okay. Well, you're up next, Diane. Thank you again, Joni and Tony.
Our pleasure.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, and right back to you, Eileen. It's been wonderful working with you and being associated with you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. And we'd like to ask Diane Hemmel from Chicago to please come on. She was my first trainer 14 years ago. Okay, Di, you're up.
Hi, Eileen. What an awesome job with this webinar and the stories. Yes, I actually went to my friend's house because 26 years ago, it was probably the lowest of my low. I have 3 little children. I'm a teacher by trade, married to a Chicago fireman, and he was painting on the side. So he was gone about 80 to 90 hours a week, and we had a little extra money. We did not have a life, and everything was kind of falling on my shoulders with the kids. And they had a lot of infections, ear infections and eczema and allergies, colic, ADD issues. They were 5, 3, and 3 months. And I guess I just was at the end of my rope, and I just said, Lord, I can't go on if this is all you have for me. And the phone rang, and my friend told me about Relive. We are literally one phone call away from sharing this with people. And, you know, she just said, come over to my house and hear about this company. She really promoted a company, and she said it's changing lives in 2 prayers, health and finances. And I went. I don't believe in coincidences. I went to her house. That day changed my life. I heard all these testimonials. I only wanted the product, bought it as a product. Customer went to a meeting 2 hours away that night. Don't know why, I just did, and I saw a business. I was like, oh my gosh, you mean I could help the people that I thought of and be rewarded? And I thought, wow, how cool is that? And I thought, what if I could make $2,000 a month and bring Kevin home from his side jobs? So found a way to get myself to the highest profit margin, 40%, which Eileen will go over. And on the health side, in 6 months, we were medication and worry-free from all those issues with my children. I was off the couch. I was back into life, doing more in a day than I did in a week. The depression, the anxiety went away. I just kept saying I'm so happy, and I was losing weight, and just my husband, who was healthy, his headaches and allergies went away. And you know, I started earning money right away, and in 18 months, helping people. I was earning money every single month. And when our 4th baby was born 18 months later, Kevin left his side jobs, came home to be a dad. And you know what? That meant I could put in more time to Relive. He could be a dad to our 4 kids under 7. And, you know, my check has always supplemented his income. And we've been able to put all the kids through private schools, kindergarten to college, just because we're helping people and showing them how to help people. And we had 4 amazing weddings. And, you know, so that's what it's done. Fast forward with them, they're 24 to 32 today. You know, we found freedom with this company. I'm 60 today. Kevin's retired now from the Chicago Fire Department. You know, life is so good. We are best friends with our kids and with each other. We just came back from Vegas, where we had a second home that we had built because one of our daughters lives there, and no one else is around, and no family, and they just had their first baby. So we were with them and for 2.5 months, and we just got back yesterday, and I have my mom in my house now, right now. So you know what? Life is so good. I was in a sinking ship, and my friend made a phone call to me, and I'll be forever grateful to her, but more importantly, you know, that I had the courage to say yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Di. I remember that day, my first training, and you inspired me. I thought, you know, I don't know if I'm ever going to be successful here, but I know that being a teacher, as you were, I said, I'm going to learn something. So God bless you. And next, I'd like to bring on Sherry Otzenberger from Missouri. Are you there, Sherry? You need to star 6 to come on.
Yes. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. So nice to hear your voice.
So great to hear all of you. Hi, everybody. I'm Sherry Atzenberger. I live in St. Louis, and I started learning about Relive a little over 11 years ago. And I was so very excited when I first heard about why Relive got started. The original research done to discover all the components making a cell work at its best, because I was taking other supplements for years and I kept asking that question, you know, what would we have to take if we were to get everything our bodies need, like 800 things, and how would it all work together? And nobody could ever answer that for me. And so when I found out that this research was already done and completed, and I started hearing the incredible things that were possible when that happens, when people get optimal nutrition, I was just blown away. And I got started and I had no idea how Really was going to help me, but I had amazing results with my health. I was able to get off inhalers, which my doctor said would never happen. And that only took 6 months. It was 3 months to reduce them in half, and then 3 more months completely off. Haven't used them in over 10 and a half years. And if that's all Relive did for me, I would be forever, ever grateful. But I don't even know all the things that I've avoided, of course, over the last 11 years. But I went through a bout with shingles. That was easy peasy. Just using the Relive nutrition, helping my body get through that. And my mom was diagnosed with a macular hole in her retina not long after I started hearing about Relive. And so it was an amazing answer for her, after her doctor also told her there's no way your body can heal that. But she was faithful and consistent, and a year later when she went back, the doctor could not find a trace of this macular hole. So, you know, it just blows me away. And I was so excited about that. And I would lay awake in bed and I'd be thinking about, oh my gosh, I got to tell so-and-so about what I'm hearing. And my very first month just doing Relive around my full-time position, I earned a check for $1,000. And that also completely astounded me. And I thought, boy, this is a win-win-win situation. We get to bless other people, invite them to be a part of something so much bigger than ourselves, and you can earn amazing income like this. And all these people sharing here tonight, I just feel so grateful to know them, and I'm just always so grateful to hear these stories. So, you know, I've got really big dreams now. I realize that life is just not this little in the box picture. You know, we've got work to do here. We're here for a reason, and people are praying for these answers and they have no idea how we can help them. So I'm so grateful for being able to share a little piece of my story, and this presentation is awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sherry. Okay, and let's talk a little bit about the business, because I know a number of you are here on this webinar wanting to learn, okay, how do I make money, or how do I get my products paid for? Relive, as I said, has been around over 32 years now and is affiliated with some of the most prestigious organizations for nutrition as well as business. Now, there's 5 ways to make money with Relive. I'm just going to touch on each of them. Very simple retail profit, depending on where you're at, 20% to 40%, you can earn that profit. It's up to you, or how many people you're able to bring introduced to Relive. Right now we have a promotion. It's $20 instead of $40 to get you registered to become a distributor. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to distribute the products, but it gives you at least the option of purchasing your products at wholesale. So retail, $100, that's like the core nutrition, the classic and energized, you can make anywhere from $20 to $40. Then you have the wholesale profits, okay? As I said, once you become a distributor, you have the option of purchasing your products at wholesale. And as you can see, the 25%, which we call the affiliate level, and that is when you purchase, you order $500 worth of products. You don't pay $500. And any combination of products, you can tweak them according to your needs and your family's needs, but you will immediately save $125. And once you reach these levels, you don't go back. The master affiliate level, that opens you up to all 5 forms of income. Everything you build here is willable and saleable. You get 100% 1-year buyback guarantee As most of you know, I was an attorney. My husband was a veterinarian. We had been working 80, 100 hours a week, stressed out, burned out. We had amazing results on the products, but we never saw ourselves doing this business because first, we didn't understand it, and second, we had so much invested in our businesses already. But I could see the writing on the wall. We weren't going anywhere. If we didn't work, we didn't get paid. But we decided to start at the master affiliate level because both of us were taking the products. We wanted the best price. And only after people started seeing the change in me and my husband started using it, referring it to the clients and for the animals at his hospital, did all of a sudden everything changed. Our eyes opened, our heart opened to what was possible. And once you become a master affiliate, then you have the availability. The third form of income is the overrides. And that simply means the work you do today, the company will continue to pay you over and over, month after month, year after year, 5 levels deep, no matter where the individuals are around the country and around the world. And I think J. Paul Getty said you can never get ahead in this life as long as you're dependent on your own efforts. But you have to figure out a way to make money by helping other people. And the fourth way we get paid, cash bonuses and trips. We have a beautiful Hawaii trip that is still possible. If you're even coming on board right now, it ends at the end of July, but many people did it in 30 days. And so get together with the person that invited you. These trips are so important. We never thought we could earn a trip. You know, when we first got started, people had been around, much more successful than us. But with the training and support, we were able to earn that first trip. And that changed our future, our career in Relive, because we had a chance to spend a couple days with the leadership and the corporate leaders and people that were very successful. And they just... There's these relationships that we made, they are still, we have them today, and we all work together in Relive, and that's what makes Relive different. So there's a couple ways to get started. Again, become a customer. Relive is doing everything they can with this whole COVID to help people get started. They have waived the preferred customer fee. So become a customer and get on the products. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee, or become a distributor. And at any level that you choose, once you start at that level, you don't go back. Here are the couple options with the distributor, as we talked about. The quick start or the affiliate level is when you immediately get 25% off. My one friend, she's a nurse, she was very excited when the CBD came out, and so she started as a quick start because she got 5 bottles. They retail at $100 a piece, but at 25%, she technically got 2 bottles free. And so she liked that option. The master affiliate level is when you order $5,000 worth of products, any combination, remember the shelf life or expiration is 2 years. So, if you're not, people like to buy in bulk. That's why the big box stores are just, people are lined up to get in there. But with Relive, this is food, and you can live on this and thrive. And once you put in your master affiliate order, then you will be promoted to the 40%. Your first order is at 35%. As it says, you immediately save $1,750, which is 54% return on your investment. I mean, that is unheard of and so needed. And you can use it for your taxes, as well as I said, whatever it is, you can will it or sell it, your distributorship. So with that, we're just going to wrap it up. And again, Relive has been there, hasn't missed a beat through this whole COVID pandemic, the shutdown. We're in Michigan, so we have felt it the worst. But Relive has just done everything they could to make sure that the products were shipped on time. Everybody got their orders. Everything was perfect, and that we had peace of mind knowing that our immune systems were as strong as they could be because of these phenomenal products. And as I said, I'm just so honored to represent this company. So with that, live better starting today. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we will get the recording out in the next 24 hours. We do have a training coming up on Saturday from 11:30 to 12:30. You don't want to miss it, because every time you engage, you're learning a little bit more about the products, about the people, about the integrity of the company. Like I said, my husband and I really didn't have any intention on doing this business, but we fell in love with Relive, and because we fell in love with the people that we saw were out there making a difference in the world, and we wanted to be a part of that. So God bless you all, and good night.